don't know what's going on in this picture, John, but you capture these moments, and these are fun.
A lot of it is just capturing, like, I don't know what it is. Maybe other people think the same way. You see something, and for some reason, it just sticks out in your head. Like, I need to have that as a thing. I don't know. Explain to me what's going on in this film. I have no idea. I don't even remember why I took it.
No, but she's on a police jet ski. She's excited, and the cops just looking at her like, I'm going to arrest you the moment you jump off that jet ski.
This one, we were actually doing a story for something else. Oh, the Dalai Lama was in town. I had to do a press tour with him, but this was out on the side. What the heck is going on there? It's just one of the weirdest photos.
I love it.
A lot of the stuff is just, noticing things.
Yeah.
Cool. So I had a job when I worked on a beach, taking pictures of, taking little wedding beach photos, like for straight years, a couple of wedding photos every day. But this is when they were building a hotel out on the west side of Oahu, Aulani, and then so they had this little construction barrier, and there's two little knot holes, and you can kind of see what they're building through the thing. And every day I went to work, I would just see more people just looking through these knot holes. So I just decided to be like, okay, every day I see it, I'm just going to have a whole collection.
And here are 400 photos of it right now.
But I just, it's like different days, same thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you start to notice things that just, I don't know why, I wouldn't say this speaks to me, but it was just something to keep me entertained and keep me more involved.
Well, it's being in the moment.
Noticing things. Yeah.
I think it's definitely being in the moment. And I think that's such an important thing with John. This is incredible. Your fins must propel you so quickly in going. It was phenomenal.
Idea. I see a lot of people taking pictures. We have the fins.
We got.
Last night.
Thank you for bringing the sand with you onto the floor. So that's perfect too. We love it.
I actually have a lot of people think when you take pictures in the water, they just think you're swimming all day. Like, oh, you're just swimming? How do you swim for 4 hours? Like, well, I have fins that help me. I'm in the ocean. A lot of people maybe are from like Texas where there's lakes and there's like, fresh water. It's like, well, it's not that hard to swim in the salt water.
Right.
A lot of people will take pictures of their fins in the water. This was the funniest thing. Like, oh, he's so funny. I wonder if they should. But that's just my thing. If you have the idea, just try it.
Right.
And then the next few are just, once you get into like knowing what your camera can do and seeing things that you want to take pictures of, I think what people will start noticing are nice things. Like,
absolutely.
Nice palm tree, nice mountain, nice beach, nice whatever. It's just to throw people in it, just to give it perspective. I'm like, for me, I love seeing myself or other people in the photos, just so I can relate to it, and you get the sense of scale. So this was on Mauna Kea with the observatory where you can see the stars, but I think the stars are more impressive when you have the scale, when you have people in it. So
absolutely.
It's just this is when Halemaumau crater on the Big Island was active, and you could kind of see the glow of lava and the eruption and stuff like that. Which to me, this was a pretty cool photo. I really liked it. But we'll go to the next one. I was with my friend Mike, and then just adding the person to it. To me, I like this photo more than the last one, just because
perspective.
I have somebody in it. Yeah.
Right.
It's just like it's easier for me to look at somebody's face. Somebody in a landscape photo. This is just another landscape where there's people in there on the top. Right,
it's giving perspective, though. Exactly. It's adding that perspective and kind of showing that. But the way that the shadow is kind of hitting on the right, and you just get that little bit of sunshine just kind of warming up the left side of those mountains there is really gorgeous.
It's a small thing to think about because some things are so beautiful by itself, but sometimes just think about throwing somebody in there. Maybe that'll enhance your image or just give people something to image and give.
Absolutely.
So like a little perspective here. We have the full moon rising over Arches National Park, and I took a photo without somebody in it. I was like, that's cool. And then my friend AJ was nearby, so I was like, oh, dude, get up
run out there.
He was just like shouting at each other.
Oh my. What lens are you using on this? I've seen many people try to do that here, and with the beautiful full moons and setting and rising, there are opportunities for that.
I think this was just a 70-200.
All you need, guys.
Yeah. I mean, you can like it's one of those things. You can take photos of a moon or something without having the craziest telescope. Whatever. To me, I would love this photo more than just like zooming up and seeing a crater of the moon like a million times percent. Like, it's
beautiful.
It's something more like that.
Yeah. Jeez, I always love this series. This is something we have every single Friday, or we did prior,
Yeah.
Pre-COVID, but you still have every single Friday.
Yeah, and it's just people, you know, you're gonna take pictures of the fireworks because they're amazing. You're just like, oh, I love
Absolutely.
But it's just, I think the progression of the way I love things is like, I'll do it.
How do I get
and
in
then
the
I'll
water?
try to bring it at night, and then I'll try to bring it in the water, right? So that's
Beautiful. I love the train of thought on that.
It's just any way to make it harder
Mhm.
is the best way to try it.
Mm.
This was another thing, like I love getting in the water. Like it was like the first time I started taking pictures in the water, I realized like, oh, I suck at photography again. Like it's amazing, I'm learning something new. Like now I'm upside down and now I'm floating around and I can't see anything, you know. But I was always fascinated with these light rays that you don't get all the time. You know, if the water's too clear, you don't really see them. And the sun has to be in a certain position. But yeah, we'll go to the next one. And once I got the pictures of the light rays, like, oh, I gotta bring people into it. You know, like to me, this is so much more cool. Like having somebody in as my friend with his kids. You know, like I would love that photo of me and kids. You know, just like just bring people in there.
Whether they're your kids or not, just you and kids.
Yeah, any kids.
Any kids.
Any
Okay,
kids, just great.
that's epic. Wow.
So we're gonna go over a few of my favorite film photos. And like we were talking about earlier, people ask me all the time about why I shoot film, or like why bother shooting film, and why do this, and like and I'll say like one of the biggest misconceptions I think is people will think that a film photograph will make a normal photograph look better because it was shot on film. Well, now it's gonna look better because it's got a nice tone to it, or it's got a nice grain on it, or whatever. The reason why I love film photography is the process it takes me to shoot it. Like say you have 30 pictures in your camera about. So if you're thinking about taking 30 pictures that day instead of 2,000, you are going to approach everything differently.
Absolutely.
Which is the biggest takeaway. So I wouldn't tell people to start shooting film because it's going to make their pictures look better. I would tell people to start shooting film because it's going to make you look at everything different. Like the way.
Absolutely. What are some of your favorite film types as we kind of go through that, or are those the secrets?
I honestly, no. The weirdest thing about film is when I first started shooting it, I just whatever's cheap. I don't care. Like, it's so expensive already, but I'm just gonna get the cheapest film possible. Okay. But then you do realize like different films will do different things, and like for surf, I love Kodak Ektar just because it does seem like kind of contrasty and saturated. But
I remember a few hilarious times where you like came out and it was like not a drop of water out of place, perfect light, sunshine, crystal blue, and John had black and white film or different things, right? Several times I remember that. You're like, just looking at me, you're like, or it was the hardest swim out, and you're like, I got 8 photos left. I'm like,
it's weird,
but you would swim out with multiple cameras sometimes. I remember too.
Yeah, I mean, 2 cameras is just 70 pictures.
Oh yeah, good job, John.
Like I said though, it makes you approach everything differently.
Yeah.
It makes anything more rewarding to me. Like if I get 1 photo per roll, like I crushed it. Like, I got one. That
absolutely.
Was worth $15 to me.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So like, different films will do different things. So this is a film that kind of turns. It's called Lomochrome, where it kind of turns green. Anything that's kind of green will turn purple. So
wow. So you get it that morning.
Yeah. So it's just experimenting and just a new way to look at things.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so that was my man show, but you know why man gets real
green in the evening. Beautiful.
And this was off the wall, and it's just one of those things where, like, if I had a digital camera, you'd have probably bursted the whole thing. It's like, you know, Zach?
I know. 14 frames per second, soon to be 16 frames per second. So I won't miss a moment.
But it forces me to look at every wave or whatever I'm shooting. I look at it like I remember it because I saw it. Like I didn't just throw my camera out there and just whatever. Like I was waiting, and I pressed the button.
Absolutely.
And to me, it's so fun doing it that way because you're more involved with what you're doing. You're not just having a machine protecting you. Just kind of like think about what you're shooting.
Beautiful. Jeez.
Yeah, this was.
I really like that one a lot. Of that rain, it's just
something about rain,
that texture.
Too. Yeah, it's rare. You know, it's actually rare that you're trying to. Imagine if you tried to shoot surfing in Waikiki and it be raining. When's the last time you ever had it rain in Waikiki? Like it's the most beautiful place ever, but it never rains. So it's kind of weird. Like sometimes you want rain and it never rains. And this was one of those few times where like I'm shooting back on and it starts raining, which is it's not that common.
You're like harder, rain harder.
Yeah. This is Mark Healy out at Jaws. And this was funny because I had my film camera and then I was shooting. I ran out of film and then I was switching my film, just like, oh my gosh, this is good actually. So I'm just like on the ski, like, oh my god, waves are coming, and you're just like here, and you're just like, oh my god, trying to like look, and then like, I'm not dying. Like, oh my god, and I was like, bang! And then so that frame, that red line is the first picture on the roll, and like the chemicals don't go all the way to the end, so anything on this side is not even shootable. So this was the first photo on the roll, just quick enough, and see if he was going right, I would have missed it. But it just
it's a beautiful mistake.
So lucky,
yeah. That was a fun adventure. I remember taking John for his first time to Jaws, Maui, and we got in late. I think we ate at Denny's, and then we went and stayed at your mom's, and then we got out there that next morning. I think you had to go on a separate jet ski or a boat.
I was on a ski, and it's funny because that was only 2 years ago, maybe 4 years ago.
That was one of the biggest swells.
And that's the first time I've ever been on a jet ski in my life.
Oh, good. Why not take it out to 35-foot Jaws on your first time ever to, on a jet ski?
Yeah. So I was more scared.
Yeah.
I was scared about everything, honestly. Yeah. I was really scared about everything. And
amazing wave in place. So.
This is some black and white film at night. So you can shoot film at night too. This was obviously Waikiki, the best place in here. And if you're familiar with Waikiki, there's a wall there. So I had my film camera in the housing there, and then somebody was standing on the wall with the external.
Oh, that is incredible. So I mean, that looks like a old photograph. You know what I mean? It's gorgeous. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Between Sets. Make sure to like and subscribe to be tuned in on all future episodes. Thank you.